Hi there. So today I'm going to do another print and I'm going to use mainly plants today as my focal point. So I'm going to, these plants I've got from all over the garden. So let's give it a try. I'm going to do something a bit different than the boho style. So let's start with, I'm going to make a very dark green for the background. So let me see if I can find a palette knife, and I mix all my own colours. Just hang on a sec. I wasn't quite ready. Naughty me. Right, here I am. Yeah, so I mix all my own colours. So what I do is I paint the background first, and instead of there, that's a nice dark green, isn't it? And instead of doing swatches of colour in this particular painting, I want the dark green. So let's just whack on some of that and some of the yellow. There. Nice and thick. And I don't mind if it's all streaky and like that. In fact, that's what I want. That is what I want. I don't like wasting paint. So this is what I do. I cut the top off the paint and then I just put one of these food clips on like that. And keeps it really, and you can get loads and loads and loads out of your paint. So it's nice and dry, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to section off 3 sections. So I've got my sections worked out, and the first section, it's got that very dark green, very, very dark green background. It looks almost black on the screen, but it's not, it's olive green. And I'm going to use a silver on that and some plants. So let's see how we do with that. So here I decide to stamp the card actually onto the jelly print rather than the other way around. So that's what I do. I just mask it off and then stamp it on. So depending on how big of a artwork that I'm doing, sometimes I stamp the card onto the jelly print like I'm doing now for smaller works, but with bigger works I use a big jelly print, jelly plate, and I stamp the jelly plate onto the canvas or the card or whatever I'm doing at the time. So this next section will be gold next to the silver, and I'm using some plants, a little bit of pattern as well, and some of my stamps are just placemats and things like that, and things people give to me, and all sorts of things I find around the house. And I just like to incorporate a bit of my own artwork into the works, so that it's not all just, you know, prints from a stencil or something like that. I like to put my own stamp onto it, so to speak. When I'm using plants, I like to have a look what it looks like underneath, because sometimes I'll use the negative image and sometimes I'll use the positive image. And that's why you'll see me lift it up and have a quick peek underneath to see what's cooking. I like the way this is looking at the moment, the gold next to the silver. Right, now, so what I could do, could fill in the this area and that area with gold, match that, and then go over that with some script. Or I can just leave it a little bit abstract like that and go over it with some with a gold pen that I've got on and do some script. And the script that I like to do is I like to do it in gold. Let's try this. I'm not sure about this. I don't think there's much left in it. Oops, no, that's a shame. I could buy some like in the cylinder. Really low. Anyway, the script I like to do is I like to take lyrics of songs, you know, like, oh, I don't know, love letters and things like that. As actually, that's what I call these, because I write little messages in them. Let me get rid of this. Now, so I think I'll just go over with gold. If the gold's showing up, if it's not showing up in a minute, I'll do something else. Over in black or white, cream. Right, so and here I like to draw my own little flowers as well, and little bunches of. Fill that little space up. I like that there. And then two. And I'll also put in there. You might put something in. So what should I do? Just a little bit of something, you know. Just bits and bobs. Don't have to fill it in. It looks nice as a bit, you know. But I just thought that I would in this case. I must get a new pen this time. Right, take the tape off. Hope you liked it. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's very abstract. I'll take the tape off and I'll pop it in a little frame for you to see how nice they look framed. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, it would be nice if you would subscribe to my channel. And with that, I'll say bye for now. And as always, love from the land of mist and legend. See you next time.